Oh, welcome. Welcome to Conversations with Corina. So today I thought I'd actually just do a little quick oracle reading for you guys. And I am using one of my favorite oracles. It's called Starlight Frequency Oracle. I love it. I love it. Partially because I love shiny things, can't knock a girl for that. And if you get real close, can you see how the stars up? You can't, it doesn't do it justice on here, but they're all iridescent. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Now, shiny things distract me easily. So I thought I would just do an oracle reading today and just see I kind of like to just see what spirit likes to tell me. Sometimes I have questions, sometimes I don't. I'm just one of these that, what does spirit want to tell me? Because I get better answers like that when I just let spirit speak than when I try to, okay, what do you want to tell me about exactly this? I just like spirit to speak. So, what does spirit want to tell us today? Using my Starlight frequency oracle. And I might use a little light here as we get the cards because this one, the cards are dark and the meaning is really dark and my eyes aren't the best. I am recovering nice from my eye surgery. I had torn retina. Oops, those two want to come out. Yeah, there's three. So I think we'll do two more. So I had a torn retina on my right eye or left eye. Good Lord. And they did repair it. I do feel so much better. It was very painful for me. And the floaters are almost all gone. I always have floaters anyway, because I do deal with a lot of pressure in my head and it creates floaters a lot, but they're almost gone from the eye surgery or from the retina. All right, so what does Spirit want to tell us? And three cards flew out. So we're going to go with those three cards, and then I'm going to take two more. I like to usually pull about five. And I don't really have a rhyme or reason to which card is what. Just don't. Spirit doesn't like me to do that. They just want me to listen or to speak for them. So I just let that happen. All right. Two more. Do I want to take one from the top or oh, well, I don't get a choice on that one. All right, one more. I'm going to go with this one. Oh, two came out. Wow. Okay. And then I do always tend to look at the bottom. Ooh, people, amplified power. Of course, we are in amplified power. I love this card. I love this card for the simple fact that look at all the hands, the globe, the planet, all that energy, all those hands, amplifying power. I'm going to read that one first because this one, I don't know, it just always stands out to me. Your energy is being amplified. You hold the power of the ascended masters. I love these cards. They just speak to me. Okay, so let's see what we got here. We have got astral plane, and I'll go through them as we go. Astral plane, such a beautiful card. I just love that. You have the ability to experience and gather insight from the earth, the cosmos, and beyond. Oh my goodness, people, we do. And honestly, that's kind of how spirit speaks through me. I tend to go way out into the ethers at times. I have to really ground myself and stay in reality because I have a tendency to go out into the ethers. They kind of pull me out looking down on the planet. And so this is beautiful because this is the planet and this is all, whether you want to say it's water, to me, it looks like water, obviously, but it also reminds me of energy strands. It's just energy strands. That's what it feels like to me. That's beautiful. It's the astral plane. I like being there. Okay, so what do we have next? Soul rooms. This is different. We are unpacking teachings from your soul rooms. Take a minute to be still now during these activations. And we can go into a little bit more depth on the meanings from the book, but I want to take you through what the cards are. So it looks like zippers opening. So they're opening rooms or doors, whatever you want to call them. Ooh, light codes. Oh my gosh. Energetic frequencies are flowing to your system and activating what it must at this time. Look at that. Look at all that energy. I love it. I love it. I love it. Energy speaks to me. Oh, that one. Downloads. Hello, people. Open your senses to receive. Of course, activations are inbound. Let white light flow through you to open your channels further. What a message. This is telling us a story. Look at that. You're going through the portal, receiving those downloads. Self-awareness. Let go of your ego attachments, of course. Your evolution comes with release. It's so true. It is so true. Until you can really release, that is one of the things that I'll be talking a lot about because release means opening a path. It really does. Because I always say this, I always say, until you're down on your knees and you just let everything go, you just lay it at Source's feet because you can't carry it anymore. That's when the magic happens. It really is because you've released it. You've let it go. There's nothing you can control. Let spirit take it for you and control it. You can't control it. You really can't. Okay. Sacred prayer. All you must do is ask. Call upon the ascended masters for guidance. Look at that. We are in a time of deep reflection. And they keep wanting me to take you to these two cards. These two cards are, and the amplified power, the last card. These two cards are jumping out at me. Light codes and downloads. And they are wonderful things to go through, but they also are hard on the body. They really are. A lot of times these things can cause vertigo, nausea. You have gut issues, aches and pains, migraines. There are so many things that can go with downloads. Matter of fact, for years, I was told by spirit the word hypothalamus. And hypothalamus obviously is right here. And I would always get this word, hypothalamus, hypothalamus. And I do have TMJ, so I have to wear a mouthpiece at night because of everything I've been through. I clench at night. And so my hypothalamus is always inflamed. But one day I kept getting the word, and it's like, okay, I have done all the research. I've studied this. I've looked everything up I can look up. What else do you want me to know? And so, one thing I've learned with myself, whenever I go through an issue, I always ask now, what is the spiritual meaning of this issue, this illness, whatever it may be? What is the spiritual meaning? Because for me, there is always a spiritual aspect to it. And when I did that with the hypothalamus, I learned that that was one of the main portals for source to come through is your hypothalamus. So we do experience a lot of pressure in the head, a lot of inflammation. Um, I know when I'm in a stream of flow, it's almost like I'm in a hot flash. My body, my temperature rises. I can be freezing cold, but at the same time I'm sweating. You can have all this pressure in your head that feels like sometimes static electricity or chaos. A lot of that might be because you're receiving downloads or information, ringing in the ears. That has been part of me my whole life. I don't have tinnitus. I've been tested twice, but yet I've had ringing in my ears my whole life. I thought it was normal. I didn't know it wasn't, especially my left ear. My right ear gets it, but not as intense. And I don't know if that's because of the Bell's palsy that the residual is on this side, but I've always had ringing in both ears. It's just way, 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 way more intense in my left ear. Sometimes it's so loud from spirit that I have to ask them to please turn it down. And you can do that. If your ringing in the ears is not from tinnitus, it is a spiritual aspect, ask them to turn it down. It gets too loud sometimes. And I'll sit here and say, please turn it down. Turn it down. I can't take it. Turn it down. And a couple minutes later, it's turned down. So it obviously works. Something for you to try. I don't know. Little, there's going to be somebody out there that gets this. Little tidbits of knowledge for you. You're watching, you know. So anyway, I will go through the definitions now and see. We'll go over each one if you'd like me to do that. Let me just stop recording for just a second and gather the book. So some of these have deeper meanings. Some of them are just what's written on the card. So there's not too much to read in these. So astral plane, we've already gotten the definition, which is, I'm sorry, this book is so dark that it is challenging to read. You have the ability to experience and gather insight from the Earth's cosmos and beyond. So it says, deepen the connection with your astral body in order to transcend your physical body. And that's true. You really have to do that. And that's one of the places that you can do that is meditation. You can get into that space where you just transcend. I love it. Just let all that flow down onto you. Love it. So soul rooms, I looked, there is no other meaning for soul rooms other than we are unpacking the teachings from your soul rooms. Take a moment to be still now during these activations. Toby's agreeing because he's out there barking. I don't know if you can hear him or heard him. We are once again in the zippers. I can hear somebody telling him, Toby, don't bark. No, it's okay if he barks. Toby makes the right decisions. So the next one is light codes. Oh my goodness, we are receiving so many of those. I'm going to tell you about a weird experience that happens to me because I am one of those that have weird experiences. So energetic frequencies are flowing to your system, activating what it must at this time. You know, these two, the downloads and the light codes, it matches what I saw in a vision that I talked about when I did it last week, or actually when I did my reveal on Rosie's channel. That episode, that Tuesday, when I said I saw this vision of the earth when I was looking down. There was all these red lights and people were waking up. They were being activated. That happened to me years and years ago, probably happened to most of you, or you're going through it now. There's new people on this channel that haven't gone through it yet that are learning. So this is something we're all being affected by. And I'm one of these weird ones that I can go to bed at night, everything's dark, and I'm one of these that kind of pulls the covers over my head. I like it up over, and a lot of that was self-soothing when I was really sick. But I can tell when this is happening, and I can tell when the downloads are happening. Because for me, I can lay there in complete darkness, and yet I will get this light that comes back here, and it's so bright, I can't not see it. It's shiny. It's a light back here that shines on my head. And it feels like um, you know, the bathrooms that have heat, they used to, not so much anymore, but they have heat lamps in them. You turn it and there's a heat lamp in there. The light is so bright that it actually feels like a heat lamp on my head. And I know when that happens, oh boy, I'm receiving because I can't block out that light. There isn't, and there's no light. So these, and Spirit is making me talk about this so much because I believe this is really happening to so many. And honestly, too, when this kind of stuff happens and it amplifies the astral plane, the frequencies, a lot of people can't handle frequency changes. Their bodies aren't equipped to handle those frequency changes yet. So, you will see people that lose it, freak out, flip out. They can't handle it. It's very intense. So know that. Know that these two things are amazing, miraculous, but they can be hard on your body. So don't shy away from it. Observe, don't absorb. Just let spirit do its thing to you. Just release it all and let spirit do its thing. Okay? And I'm sorry I'm focusing on these so much, but I am because they keep taking me back to the bottom card of amplified power. So all these things are happening because they're amplifying all this power. And we are feeling it, especially those of us that are empathic. Oh my gosh, you're going to feel everything. You're going to feel all this stuff. Not to just us, but we feel the collective. We feel what happens to others. And so sometimes it's like, up, down, up, down, up, down. We go through it. But these things are really intense right now. And honestly, here, I have to pull the next card. Man, these cards are telling me a story. Equilibrium. Because I always dealt with and sometimes I still do. I always dealt with equilibrium problems because of all this stuff. Because of all this stuff. Your energy, or I'm sorry, your experience is complete. Process it without judgment. Allow your mind to return to a point zero, back to balance. So this is what we are trying to get to through this. It's not always easy. Not always easy. Oh my goodness, that felt a little intense. Sacred prayer. I'm gonna end with that one because that's what they want me to end with. All you must do is ask. Call in your guides, your angels, guardians, ancestors. I always like to say those who walk this path with me from all space and time, every galaxy, every universe, because probably been through all of them. It's like knowing people in all different countries. Yeah, you know people from all different universes, all different, call them all in to help you, just like you would anywhere else. Okay? Oh, wow. That was pretty cool. And I was actually going to break out some other cards, but you know what? I think I'll stop it here and I'll do that in a next reading. Okay? Thank you, everybody, for being here. And I hope that you enjoyed that. Take that with you, and I'll see you for the next Oracle reading. Bye, everybody. Take care of yourself, okay? Much love.